So I was watching this video because I want to, and on YouTube, and it was just talking about a lot of stuff about mental health, and I like being happy. You know, I like smiling. I like to laugh. It's okay to express emotions if it's not hurting anyone or giving them a negative impact on their life. I like seeing happy people, or people being happy as long as it's, I like I like movies. I've seen all kinds of movies. Everyone has. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I am trying to get over my fear of people and what will happen to me sometimes if I hang out with them. It doesn't matter if it's at work or it's everywhere, and you can't change a person. I'm definitely what are they? So I watch YouTube videos, but I don't. I don't have any. YouTube is my primary entertainment online, and then Google is what I use online search. And Google's great, honestly. Sometimes, not all the time, because sometimes there's these fake websites and there's a whole bunch of stuff. I have an older sister, and she's married to her high school sweetheart. I have a younger sister who's in college, and one's doing hair. And I'm not, well, why did I say that in the video? Because I want to. I used to do things that I thought would make me stronger, but actually I was lied to and it actually made me worse. So I cope with it, or try to find ways to cope with it every day, you know? So trying to, well, not even trying, but figuring out, you know, what's um, healthy for me, um, especially people. I haven't. I do feel safe. I feel safe here. Um, I feel safe here. And I told myself that I would go to the grocery store at least once a day, you know, and I'll get something really cheap for anything. But mostly, you know, if I can afford it, cigarette. And I've been struggling with that for the past 2 days. Very struggling really hard on just walking to the grocery store. I feel like I shouldn't um, have to struggle that much, honestly, to go to the grocery store. Um, you know, I'm focused. I look, I'm tall. I'm focused. And so I just get what I need to get and then I leave. You know, hello, how are you? Goodbye. Um, you know, that's it. Growing up, I used to think all girls were good and all boys were evil because growing up, I was mostly only around girls. And, you know, they would always tell me a story that was very impactful to them, and I would be very empathetic to that. And then when they would get mad at me, they would, you know, like they'll get frustrated and they might push me or, you know, hit me. But at the time, I was like, okay, they're just angry. Um, they're doing it out of love. Um, But I'm realizing after doing some research that not all of them have the best intentions for me. You know, they'd be like, oh, I don't know. There's so much stuff going on in my head right now. I don't, and I hung out with everybody. I didn't fucking care. I hung out with everybody. I was um, curious about everything. And we all know the story. Curiosity killed the cat. Sort of tall tale. I would always blame myself when a person gets mad at me because I believed it was my fault. And when they would say things like, oh, forgive yourself, I still don't understand it because I was just like, forgive, what? Like, how do I, I've always loved myself. What are you talking about? And I just start thinking, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, and I end up doing it, and it's not good. you know, but when someone's banging in your head every single day to do something, I'm not deaf, I can hear, I'm not blind, I can see, I've been raised once, I won't be raised again, especially to someone who has never raised me, we all know this, but I'm not a victim anymore. And I can walk to Kroger. I'm allowed to walk to Kroger. I'm allowed to walk to the grocery store. I can do that. And if anyone gets angry because they don't like my presence of me just trying to get some fucking food, and fucking dip, I don't know what to tell. It's just, I don't mind seeing happy people. I like seeing it. I like seeing parties and stuff like that. I used to party. I used to, I, you know, go to bars, clubs. Excuse me. I've always been a snot-nosed kid, but, oh my god. And you need to get stronger. When someone tells me you need to get stronger, I just look at them. How? you know? And if that makes you angry, then I can't, I don't, all I can do is be me, you know? Um, and I don't want to change anyone from what they're doing or, stopping their progress or their life plans for their future, you know. Uh, Shout out to all the kings and queens out there. Um, Shout out to, I'm about to say something stupid. Shout out to all the Khaleesi's out there. Shout out to, um, it's just, you know, I don't like it when people, some people, I know that if a person is, you know, close to you, that means that they like you, but that doesn't mean I have to do everything they tell me to and, you know, abide by their law. I know my rights. If we can't be friends, we don't need to be friends. We don't ever have to be friends, you know. Some people will tell me, well, I'm trying to make friends, not enemies. Well, not everyone has to like you, and people can go if they want to go, and that's okay. If they can't handle it, they just can't handle it. I'm not going to put up with a whole bunch of. I can't. What do they say? Birds of a feather flock together. Got the what? The young travelers. And I'm a giver, and I had to cut back on that. I am a giver to the point where I end up having nothing in the end, and I'm stuck. I don't tell people how I'm doing because, you know, I don't want to bring them down. Um, I don't want to bring them down. I don't want to, so I don't do it because female friends or, girlfriends, they will, complain and complain and you feel so bad. So then I try my hardest to make them as happy as possible, and then something else will go wrong, and then I'll end up buying them more things, and then when I say no, I can't this time, they get angry at me, they lash out, they attack, and then I feel like the shitty person, And yeah, I have scars, you know. I used to be a self-harmer, and I would do that because I would tear myself down in my head if a person starts, if someone I considered a friend would just yell at me and attack me like, oh, I did something wrong. And then I'll try even harder and it will get worse. And then I would feel so bad and I would self-harm. So I don't do that anymore. It's been years since I've done it. Um, I'm always, um, when I'm in a good mood, I don't mind posting a video and just talk, just posting silly videos. um, I don't mind. Um, I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. I remember when I was younger, I've already had self-harmed, and I had friends, and I'd call them the triplets. Everyone would call them the triplets, and they was like, oh, I guess I should call you that too then, you know? And they were nice. They were really good. They played basketball, and their arms were really strong, I remember, as a kid. And then there was like one guy that hang out with them, and they'd all just go and we'd all be silly. And then one day they saw my scars, and they were like, "Are you emo?" And at the time, I didn't know what that meant, and I said, "Emo? Don't you mean Elmo?" Because I was watching Elmo at the time, and I didn't know what I was going through. But yeah, no, we still had fun, and then you know, uh, one day, there was this middle middle school um, girl, and me and my younger sister were in elementary at the time, and my younger sister was complaining about this. Well, she was crying. She was in a frantic position, and then the girl kept antagonizing. Well, why don't you hit me? Why don't you hit me? And she kept antagonizing me, and she was on the defense mode, and so I tried to attack her for messing with my younger sister, and she was yeah, she was maybe going to high school, you know, and then she punched me in the stomach, and I ended up running back and telling my dad about it. I need backup. um, and he came over, and then he looked at her, and I was like, she's the one who hit me, and she was like, oh, she hit me first, and she just straight up just lied, you know. And my dad just looked at her, and then he was like, come on, let's go. And me and my younger sister, we just, I guess, ended up leaving. But oh boy, could she fucking punch. But anyways, I still went outside after that. I didn't care. I still wanted to go outside and hang out with people I enjoyed hanging out with. And yeah, I have no idea why I just said that story, but I just felt like saying it, so. I can hear the birds outside just chirping. I like that. It just sucks that some of my neighbors get angry because I don't talk to them, and if I need space, I need space. I can't entertain you every day. I have to take care of myself first. You can't help others if you can't help yourself. And I know I've been through a lot of things, and a lot of things I feel like I didn't have to go through. But it happened, so, what do they say? It is what it is. Um, I didn't really care about getting scars because I was a tomboy growing up, and I liked, you know, nerdy stuff. Yeah, yeah, you know, People will say things like, get a job. And I'll get a job. And I'll work my fucking ass off and be happy about it. And then they'll still be pissed. Even though I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I mean, you have to tell me and let me know. If not, I guess that's just poor management skills, you know? I know a lot of them, they want to dominate the workplace and be the queen of, I don't know, this company. Even if it's at just like a factory or... And when I would work, I'd be just like SpongeBob, just happy for no reason. Yeah. Now I'm just adjusting to my new current environment, and it takes... I'm just adjusting, you know? Just like when people get homesick and they miss their family and they want to be with their family, not because they feel like they have to, but because they really, really, really just want to be around their family. That's okay. That's all right. Especially if you feel like your detrimental health is going bad. And sometimes family can be too much, and then you have to go. I love you from over there. I know we're family and all, but I know how you do sometimes, so... You scare the fuck out of me. Leave me alone. Please. I can't handle you. I've been through this before. Not again, Satan. Not again. Not again. Making fun of myself. I sound like I'm a mess. I'll just say that. Shout out to Queen, Grandma Queens. Grandma Queens. Death to all of them. Like, whoa. That's crazy. I think it's so funny how she said that. That's just hilarious to me. It's fun. At first I was shocked. I was like, oh my god, no. Whose grandma is this? Somebody, please, come get your grandma, please. But everything's fine. Everything's all right. Some people, I guess, just don't care. Um, when I'm happy, or if I feel comfortable, Emotions come and go. You know, some people's emotions are like tidal waves, like tsunamis. It's coming in waves. You know, I just, you know, and sometimes I've just gotten really drunk, and I still do, but I still drink, but I'll just say all kinds of stupid stuff. And when I can't remember or I black out, friend groups that I'm with, they would say things like, "Oh, you were," I'd be so scared. I would be like, "Oh, did I say something bad? Did I, you know, oh shoot, like what the, what the fuck did I do last night?" But everyone, my friend groups that I'm with, they would be like, yeah, no, actually, you're pretty fine. I'm a happy alcoholic. Um, you know, but I can no, I don't want to. I'd rather be in a good mental state than a bad one. You know, I I don't know why I try to be friends with females. It's too difficult. Women, take care of your skin, take care of your hair. Don't do too much. And when I say too much, I mean excessively, you know, doing your hair and pulling in and, you know, don't rip your hair off. It'll start to thin. But because I used to pick my hair a lot like this, the back of my head like this, and do that. I'll do that when I'm nervous or I feel slightly uncomfortable with conversations I hear that are around me. You know? And those conversations, I try not to worry about it. They're just talking, they're just having fun with, their friend groups or whatever. It has nothing to do with me. I don't know them. So, I've always been the one to, oh, I hate my nose. I can't fucking stand my nose. I hate it right now because it's getting snotty. And my emotions are just, it's not my fault. We're all adults. You know, it's not my fault. I can't help that I look like this. Natural selection. Everyone is so. I've always thought everyone looked beautiful, actually. I had a problem staring because when I stared at people, you'd be like, oh, everyone looks pretty to me, you know? Everyone has something interesting or unique about them, and I'll just look for in every individual, just like the smallest uniqueness or individuality I see in them, and I see that, I pick up on it. I've always done that. You know, I can't help how my voice sounds. A lot of people can't help how their voice sounds. You know, that natural selection shit going on. Ugh. Rick and Morty going to different dimensions. I like cartoons, and there's nothing wrong with not liking cartoons. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean it's your fault if you like cartoons. You like cartoons. Heck, it keeps you out of trouble, hopefully. And, you know, it's just drawings, colors. I've always loved Jim Carrey growing up. He was so funny. Jim Carrey was is still my favorite actor. He's, all his movies has always kept me laughing. Um, some of them were, and I know he wanted to get into the horror scene, and yeah, he can do that. Why not? But if I'm watching a movie with actors that get paid um, money to do what they do, you know, if I want to laugh, and it just depends on how depressed I am. If I'm super depressed and I watch Ace Ventura, I'll end up laughing my fucking ass off until I can't breathe and fall off the chair, the bed, everything, just extra dramatic, you know? Because it's like, wow, I really needed that. I really needed to laugh. I really needed to want to feel happy. And I didn't know that, and here he comes. Boom. So, um, yeah. That's it. I used to, yeah. Hell yeah, I do that shit too. Yes. I'm gonna leave my braids in for a long time because I'm gonna be really, really cheap and not a burden. Or, you know, it's if I need my hair done, I need my hair done. You know, if you want me to look so beautiful, just like a princess, Well, it costs maintenance. Um, don't just look at me and expect me to know. And I like flip flops, and I don't see anything wrong with it. So